Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of your favorite show, Your Voice. I'm your host, Juhi Desai. Today we'll bring you through the highlights of a special proclamation given to acclaimed Indian actress and activist Shabana Azmi, a first-time New York City fundraising gala by the nonprofit Magic Bus, the Indo-American Pharmaceutical Society's annual dinner gala in New York City, and an update on AHUA and California's fair franchising bill. Lauded Indian actress and activist Shabana Azmi recently added to her list of accolades as she received a special proclamation from the New York City Council for her commitment to the arts and contribution to New York City's film industry. I chatted with her about receiving this honor as well as those attending the reception. Let's take a look. Welcome, everyone. I'm sitting here, fortunately, with a woman who needs no introduction, acclaimed actress and activist, Ms. Shabana Azmi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
And now, Ms. Azmi, you very deservedly have received a proclamation from the Council of New York. Now, very obvious question, how do you feel about that? And also, how do you feel that that distinguishes you apart from others who have received this type of award?
Obviously, it is a matter of honor, and I'm very happy to receive the proclamation by the City Council of New York. I have received keys to other cities in North America, but New York has a special significance for me because I love the city and I've been coming here for many, many years. And I don't think that I can claim that it's different for other people who've received it. I have no idea who are the other people who've received it, but anything that is a recognition of one's work is something that I welcome.
Azmi, you're going to be graciously being given this award by city members this evening. And so how do you feel with these specific people presenting you with such an honor?
I'm obviously happy about it, and I'm very glad that Congresswoman Caroline Maloney asked to actually come, which for me is nice.
And now with the Padma Bhushan that you're receiving, it is now the third highest honor that a civilian can be receiving. How do you feel? What is the work that you are most proud of in receiving this award and being recognized for it?
I think the fact that my primary identity is that of being a film actor, and I have received the Padma Bhushan for that, and I'm grateful for that because I do believe that my primary identity is as a film actor. Equally, I have been involved in a lot of social work, and which is why I'm called a social activist, and that is just as dear to me. I don't see the two as separate from each other. So when I get an honor like the Padma Bhushan from the President of India, for me it is in recognition of both the things that I've been doing.
And now onto the New York Indian Film Festival and the Indo-American Arts Council. I know I myself have only been involved with it for the past 2 years, but I know you've been involved with it since its inception. You're a close friend of the executive and artistic director, Ms. Arun Shivdasani. How do you feel about this year's New York Indian Film Festival?
It has grown from strength to strength since it started 12 years ago. And I find it heartening that today there are so many more Indian film festivals all over North America that have sprung up in the wake of the path that was created by Arun Shivdasani and with the Indian American Arts Council. And this is the 100th year of Indian cinema, and it is befitting that it should be taken to all the corners in the world. And I do hope that because they've made such a name for themselves, that they will have sponsors that will come in and commit themselves so they don't have to go scrambling for funds every year. That's what I really hope for the festival.
Great. And now for even last year, you, along with being an advisory board member, you've also graced the screen of the film festival. And so how do you know when a young and eager filmmaker approaches you? How do you know to then trust that filmmaker with their, inexperience yet experience at the same time? How do you trust that?
Well, it really depends on the script, because if the script interests me, then I ask to meet the filmmaker. And you can meet the filmmaker, and even if he or she is not terribly articulate but knows what she wants, I think it's just a spot decision that is taken, and I don't think I've been wrong many times.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Azmi, for joining us. And the New York Indian Film Festival will be this year from May 23rd to the 27th at the Tribeca Cinemas in New York City. So be sure to join the New York Indian Film Festival and Ms. Shabana Azmi right here in New York City. Thank you.
Ms. Pat Kaufman, the Executive Director of the New York State Governor's Office for Motion Picture and Television Development, presented Ms. Azmi with the coveted proclamation. We'll now hear a few words from Ms. Pat Kaufman herself, as well as Ms. Arun Shivdasani.
Tonight specifically, we spoke to Ms. Shabana Azmi earlier, and she's a good friend of yours, and tonight she was honored with a proclamation from the City of New York. How does it feel to see one of your good friends being honored with such an award?
Oh, I think she's wonderful. She deserves it. I knew this was coming. I was so excited. And I really wanted to hug her and say, Shabana, you deserve this. You're wonderful.
How do you feel being in the midst of Ms. Azmi and knowing her previous works? How does she inspire you?
Oh, I'm just a bundle of goosebumps at this point. She's extraordinary. I mean, one would be excited just to meet her on the basis of her talent, of course. She's so highly recognized for her tremendous talent as an actress. But then also, when you also take into consideration what she's done as a social activist and the work she's done on behalf of women and minorities and slum dwellers, and that she's actually made a difference. That just makes it a remarkable opportunity to get to be in her presence.
Congratulations to Ms. Azmi. It's now time for our first break, but keep it locked to your voice. We've got lots more in store for you. Stay tuned.